G'day guys, welcome to AB Eats. We have a big, massive episode for you today. We are going to that's right, 5 different places for Chevapi. We're going to try some Chevapi rolls and compare them all and bring them to you. Today we're going to go to Stan's Grill in Spotswood, check out the Chavapi there. We're going to go to meet the Balkans in Thomastown. We're going to go to the food truck in Ravenhall, which is Mitro Grill, South Melbourne, which is the restaurant, which is called Chavapi Grill, and we're going to go to the Chavapi Project in Queen Victoria Market. So fire up, let's do it. All right, our first Chevapi roll that we're going to try today is from Stan's Grill. Got my sandwich here. Not bad weight. I'll get my tissues out ready because I always get messy. Now this is the fiery, that's how they spelt it on the menu, and it cost $18. And it should have a bit of chili, pickle slaw, the Chevapi, and obviously the lepenya bread. All right, let's have a look at this baby. Oh, look at that bread. Looks amazing. And looking at it, it's got its cheesy sauce. That's what it said on the menu. It's like a cheese sauce. It's got the slaw, the onion, and obviously the Chevapi, which I think are a decent sized Chevapi. Now, we'll do a taste test. The bread feels really soft and they've heated it up nicely. The lepenya looks a bit more like it's long ways. I've seen some of them that are a little bit rounder and bigger, but it's a good size. I think I'm getting messy anyway, but I want to get a good bite. So, oh, chili flakes, yes. I love my chili flakes when I have Chevapi, it's a must. Oh mate, you can feel the kick straight away from the chili flakes. The bread tastes delicious, and whatever sauce and combination they've put in this, oh, it's really good. I really love the texture of the bread. It feels like it's a heavy bread, but it's really fluffy, like really, really fluffy. You can see it there, like it's so light. And the Chevapi, I'm gonna do a bit of a taste test of the Chevapi by itself. It's a bit messy because of the sauce. I have to say, the Chevapi are up there. Now these Chevapi are made from pork and beef. So obviously, unfortunately for our friends that eat halal, it's not for you, but there are other places I'm gonna try that are just beef Chevapi. The owners there, I think they started that place called Maznik next door to it, and then they did a little pop-up of that Stan's Grill. I think one of the owners, she's Macedonian, so definitely they know how to do their Chevapi or kebapi. And the other guy is Greek-Ukrainian, I believe. So overall, this is the first one we're going to try as a comparison. And I did get the spicier one. I'm going to try get the same one with the same bread. Definitely a good visit. And for $18, I think it's value.
Alright guys, as you can see here, I have made it to meet the Balkans. There it is, meet the Balkans, get it? Bit of play on words. It's a cool little place that I've discovered. I do remember going to this place many years ago during COVID, and there was a little food truck, and I think it was in Preston, off by memory. But I'm back again, and they're in a new location, which is in Thomastown. It is a little bit hard to find, but with that it is a bit of an adventure as well. So you get to kind of looking for these places is pretty cool. Now, after a while I did manage to find it, and it is in a setting where there's a lot of factories, so there's not much around. But having said that, the vibe and the way the place looks is fantastic. Now, let's get to our little sandwich. Look at that. Nice and big. Good weight on it. Now the bread. Nice and soft, fluffy, which is how I like it. Now this roll has ivar, it's got the cabbage, the onion, and five chapati rolls, I think. Yep, definitely 5 in there. So let's give it a taste test and see how it is. Oh, so good. The bread complements the Chevapi very well. The ivar that's on there, which is like a capsicum style Mediterranean Balkan paste, it goes really well with it. It's something I wouldn't probably normally order, the ivar, because I'm used to it as a kid, having it more as like a breakfast dish. But having said that, this is pretty good, and for me it's a bit of a first having it with ivar. The Chevapi are unbelievable. And by the way, in the Balkans, depends on where you go, they make different styles. So these, good size, and these are made from both pork and beef. So for those of you that want to know what type of meat is in it, it depends on where you go. Some of them make them just from beef, some of them mix a combination. Actually, I might just take a bite of the Chevapi by itself. It is delicious. I could eat these all day long by themselves, so they're so good. And I like the fact that they're not overly salted, like they're perfectly salted. Sometimes you go and some of them, they just put too much stuff in them, and then later on you kind of can feel the after effect. But this looks super clean. It's delicious. I feel like there's more pork in this one than beef, but I'm guessing. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments. And how would I compare this to Stan's? Now, the Stan's one was a bit more spicier. Having said that, I did order the spicy. The Chevapi are similar, although these ones feel a little bit thicker in taste, more dense. But so good. And the bread is very similar. I'm going to take a third bite. Oh, you have to get down to meet the Balkans and get this Chevapi. The cabbage, the salad on it is good, and the onions. Oh, overall, it's got to be hard to split these, because so far we've done 2 and they're both up there, and I like them both, so we'll see how we go at the end of it. I was speaking to the owner, Nicoletta. She's fantastic, very lovely, looked after me today, made the nice roll for me. And they've got an extensive menu here. They do a lot of catering. They're pretty busy. They're only open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from what I believe, as far as the little shop, 5 to 9 p.m. But I think they do catering every other day and weekends and things like that. Like I said before, there's an extensive menu. They do sarma, they do goulash, they do obviously heaps of cevapi and breads, and they also do the pleskavica from the sounds of it, and a lot of other things. So I filmed some of the menu there for you to have a look. So it'd be great to check out. So it's not just a cevapi roll. I believe they also do some desserts. Alright, we're at the third location, Mitro Grilled and Chilled. Now that's the bag, a bit of a marketing opportunity missed there for Mitro. The first two places had the name on there, a minor thing, but just a bit of feedback there. Now let's get this roll and have a look at what we got. Now this was $16.50, comes in this box, and oh, it's a little bit different than the first two. So the first two were with the lepenye. This one looks like the banh mi style roll, so the nice crispy banh mi style. Now this one's similar to the second one that we had at Meet the Balkans in terms it's got the ivar and the cabbage and the onion in it. Only difference is it is beef. These are beef, the previous ones were beef and pork. And I did notice on the signage there that they had the halal sign, so it is halal, and they do also halal Chevapi snack pack for those people interested. It's a good weight for $16.50. Put my Coke here because it is a bit windy. Let's give it a taste. The roll is fresh, exactly like a banh mi roll should be. Let's have a look at the Chevapi. That's the Chevapi there. Thoroughly cooked through. Put that back in the roll. Not too chewy, which is good. I like the Chevapi, but if I'm being honest, I'm not a fan of the roll. I think I like the lepenye style, which was the ones we saw in the two other places. But the Chevapi are really good. Like, can't actually go wrong with something like that. Now these guys are open usually Wednesday to Saturday, I think, 5 till 11. And they're located in Caroline Springs, Derrimut, near Derrimut Gym there. So they're in a weird setting again, similar to Meet the Balkans. There's a bunch of factories there, but it is a food truck, so that's kind of expected. Yeah, overall pretty good for beef Chevapi. Yeah, very enjoyable. Alright, this is the fourth place in my series of trying Chevapi, and we are at Chavapi Grill in South Melbourne. And we are back to trying another roll. We are back to the lepenye style. Now I'm glad we're back to this one because the last one was the banh mi style, and if I'm being honest, it reminded me of the old soccer grounds when we used to go to the old soccer grounds type of rolls. But most restaurants do this lepenye, which is like a damper bread style. Looks pretty thick. $17.50. You can customize this. So it comes just basic with just the Chevapi and the bread and the onions. And then if you wanted to add cabbage or ivar or anything like that, you got to add a little bit extra. So I added the cabbage.
which is like a coleslaw, like a Balkan style coleslaw, and that's $17.50. All right, let's see how many Chevapi are in here actually. Looks like 5, maybe more. No, 5, I ordered it to be 5, I should know. That's the size of it, so it is pretty small. And you can order 10 pack for an extra $7 or $8. I'm just gonna try one by itself. Now, those who watched my previous video when we did the one in South Melbourne with Chevapi Grill when we ate everything, these are my favourite Chevapi. And one of the reasons, if you look at that, they're the only ones that are cooked like this, where they're pink on the inside. Most of them are cooked thoroughly through, but these ones are always cooked to that sort of medium, I wouldn't say medium rare, but medium to well done. And I got my chili flakes in there too. I asked for some extra chili flakes. That's a bit of a must. All right, let's give this a big bite. Ooh. With the chili flakes and the coleslaw, it's very good. It's got the red onion in it as well as the chopped up onion. But again, it's just the way they cook the Chevapi. Bread is nice and soft, they heat it up. I'm not sure if they make it there or someone brings it in for them, but it's definitely up there. And again, I did mention that round style. If you remember, Stan's grill was that long style. This one's a little bit of that round style, which reminds me similar to the meet the Balkans that I had earlier. Yeah, the only Chevapi I've found that cook their meat like that, and I love them. I'm yet to find better Chevapi than this place. I will do a little review of all the sandwiches at the end and give you my verdict. But before I go to the next place, I'll enjoy a little bit of more of this. We have finally made it to the final destination on this Chevapi journey. We are at the Chevapi Project, which is near Queen Victoria Market. Now, this place only opened up about a year ago, I'm pretty sure. Bosnian owners, and they do the beef style Chevapi, which is good. Now, let's see what we've got in our little bag there. Chili flakes, you know, my favourite. Have to have it. Get my fork and knife there, and you're probably wondering what that is. I can assure you it is the sandwich. All right, let's open it up. Looks pretty big. Now, this was a 10-pack Chevapi for $22. Oh, here we go. Here we go, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Didn't get ripped off. Now, it's got onions on the side. So what I'm going to do is get some of these and add it to my bread. But let's try the Chevapi first. I'm going to dip it straight into these chili flakes because that's the best way to eat Chevapi. If you know, you know. Okay, good size, not the biggest, so $22 for 10, not the biggest, quite small, but he's charging a reasonable price, I think. So most places you'd get about 5 or 6 for that price. Okay, something surprising for me. Second place I've seen with the pink inside. So this will be a bit of a test to see how good these are compared to the one I just had in South Melbourne. They're good, but straight away, I can feel a lot of salt in these. Like they are really, really salty. So that could be interesting. Anyway, just load up this roll. And before I take a bite, it's a big roll. It's a different style roll than the lepin. Well, I think it's the same actually. It's just cut in half. So they make it maybe a little bit bigger than normal and then cut it in half. So it's got that same soft texture. I've heard the bread is really good here. So let's give this a go. There it is. Pink. The bread is unbelievable. Really, really fluffy, really soft. Very fresh. Very fresh. The Chevapi are good, but I will admit the salt is getting to me. Onion diced and the chili flakes, very good inside. Obviously, that's the best way to have it. This one doesn't have the option of the Ivar, but I've told you before, I don't think Ivar goes with Chavapi. I think it's something that's been done in Australia. I don't think I've ever seen it when I've been in the Balkans with Ivar, but if anyone has, put it down in your comments and let me know which places in which countries in the Balkans. Time for a second bite. It's good. It's really good. I just wish it's just ease off on the salt. Ease off on the salt. I'm not saying it's bad. When you eat it by itself, you can really feel it. When you eat it with the bread and everything else in there, it's a bit better. But again, I can feel it. Perfectly cooked Chevapi. Yeah, can't go wrong. Check out the Chevapi Project. All right, as you can tell, I'm quite full. That was a bit of an experience trying 5 different places. Now, I can still feel the chili flakes from the Cevapi Project. I think they were the spiciest out of all the places I went to. Which one's my favourite? Pretty hard, I must admit. They all have their own benefits to it. Some, the bread is the best, some the Cevapi is the best. I'll say Chevapi Grill in South Melbourne's still got the best Chevapi. I think this one here, the Chevapi Project, is close, just a little bit on the salty side. That's what I noticed, my palate anyway. I'd love to know if anyone else has tried them and have noticed the same thing. The Stan's Grill was really good. I did order the spicy one, and overall as a sandwich, it was nice and delicious. Plenty of sauce, the cabbage was in it. The whole combination of the whole thing was good. If I'm talking about more of the traditional style, the South Melbourne one is probably the best one. I don't know, just the cabbage in it, the coleslaw had the best taste in it. It was actually like proper coleslaw. Some of the other places was a little bit not as good. The one Mitro grill, it was good, but it wasn't up there, unfortunately. Mainly, that's probably me. I didn't like the roll, to be honest. But again, would I eat the Chevapi? 100%, 100%. So maybe if I was to go there, I'd probably order the Chevapi in some sort of other pack or just by themselves. Meet the Balkans, I enjoyed the hospitality there. The Chevapi was cleaner style because of the pork. So if I was to go there and I wanted really clean Chevapi, they're the ones I would go for. But if you wanted a bit more oilier, a bit more fatty, I think it's either South Melbourne or the Chevapi Project here. If it's the sandwich, again, depends on what you like. Stan's is good, and the one in South Melbourne. As you know, guys, five places I've been to. If you can share this video with 5 of your friends and help me out and subscribe, that'll be much appreciated, and more content coming up at the bottom of your screen.